Hello, everyone, and welcome back to We'll Be Alright podcast. I'm your host, Lisbet. Today I have I was going to say iced cup of coffee, but it's not ice. It's definitely warm. Oh my God, it's so good. It's actually 12:31 and I'm having coffee now. Let me explain. This episode's going to be like a yappity yap session episode podcast. Let's just sit down. Maybe you're getting ready for the day. Maybe you're winding down. Maybe you're making dinner. Maybe you're having breakfast. I don't know, but we're gonna chat. We're BFFs. We're gonna talk. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to catch up on about life and just make different things. Okay, so this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun. I want us to interact. I want you to be like, as long, when I'm saying something, I'm be like, yeah, I know, right? Like if you're talking to me on FaceTime, I know you can't respond to me right now, but you can respond to me later in the comments. So respond to me later in the comments. But why am I having coffee so late? Last week I was diagnosed with PCOS. I did a whole podcast episode about it. I'm going to leave it for you guys here. You can check it out. I go into my in-depth journey about PCOS, but I'm not going to go in depth about that here because there's a whole separate episode dedicated to that already. So you guys can check that out if you're curious about what PCOS is, my diagnoses, my symptoms, what led me to getting diagnosed, the hurdles that I had to go through to finally get an ultrasound. All of that is in that episode. So part of being diagnosed with PCOS meant that one of the things that I had to change about my lifestyle was my eating habits. So I'm now doing intermediate fasting, which for my eating disorder self and body dysmorphia, like that was kind of triggering at first when my gynecologist told me that. I was like, ooh, I don't know if I can do that. It hasn't been bad, honestly. I haven't felt triggered. I have felt like I actually want to eat when I eat. I'm still doing my intuitive eating, which if you don't know what intuitive eating is, it's just you asking your body like, hey, are you hungry right now? Do you want to eat? Are you eating because you're sad? Are you eating because you're hungry? So on and so forth. So I'm still doing that, which is great. But now I basically have like a cutoff window. So at 7 p.m., there's no more eating for me. And then I can have dinner again at 10 a.m., which is not that bad. I think I'm going to switch that later on to 6 p.m. cutoff window and then 9 a.m. dinner. Just because I think that's going to work a little bit better with my lifestyle. But so far, it's going all right, which explains my coffee so late. I had a doctor's appointment with my dad at 9, so I kind of got here late, had my breakfast late, had my coffee late. That's another tip I'll give you, which is something that like I've been doing for, I want to say the last 6+ months, is having my coffee after I eat. So I have my food and then maybe 30 minutes to an hour later is when I have my coffee. It has been so much better for my digestive system to have food first in my system than have straight up caffeine. So also funny enough, I think that it is helpful for my PCOS. I didn't know that 6 months ago that I had PCOS or that was going to be helpful, but it has been. So that's a tidbit I will give you. Also, I got a Breville, the fancy Breville machine. Or my mom got it for me as a Christmas present last year. It was not a Christmas present. I was depressed. I was really sad. And she got me this coffee machine because she knows how much I love coffee because I was sad and depressed. So thank you, Mom, for getting me that because it's been one of the best purchases. When I first got it, I'm not going to lie, I was like, I hate this thing. This thing and I are not going to be best friends. It's so complicated. I don't know how to use it. And you're going to feel like that for like a month. And then once you get the hang of it, and once you actually know how to use it and what it does and how to work it, it is so fun. It is so much fun. It's the best tasting coffee ever. I have my favorite beans. They're Lavazza beans. I can let you guys know which they are specifically because I get them off Amazon and it's like a big bag like of ground coffee because it has a grinder. So I grind the coffee in the machine. It's so fresh every morning. It tastes so good. Once you perfect like the levels, because there's like a grind amount and then the level, which is like 1 to 10, and it's like from finer to more coarse. Once you get the hang of that and you figure out the formula that works for your coffee beans, because every coffee bean is going to require different amounts of level of like for it to be grinded differently, then you're off to a great start. And everything's going to go up from there. And once you learn how to frost your milk, because I honestly was like, I hate this milk froster thing. I don't know how to do it. Give yourself a month of practicing, of failing, and then you're going to get so good at it and you're going to be obsessed like I am. I love it so much. So if you guys want my specific beans, I can let you know my specific beans and my specific settings on my machine. That way you can copy it and you at least know that the grind amount and the level is accurate because it's what I have tested out already and it has given me the amount that it should. There's like a whole science behind this and I am like a huge nerd about stuff like this. Like I become super obsessed about certain things and then I just dive straight into it and I just learn. And once I become like semi-pro at it, I'm like, ooh, cool. And then I move on to the next thing. So this is like, that was one of my challenges this year. And I really did a good job at getting better at it. And now I'm like really comfortable at handling the machine. It still frustrates me because again, different beans have, not frustrate, but like different beans need different requirements for like settings. So like then having to refigure all those settings out for a new bean, it's kind of frustrating and annoying because I just want to get it off the bat correct, but it doesn't work that way. So I just treat it like an experiment, you know, a trial and error. So 10 out of 10 recommend Breville machine if you are making your wish list for this Christmas and also Black Friday is coming. And I want to say that always goes on sale for Black Friday. It's such a great gift. If you have someone in your life that loves coffee, and I don't mean like they have a Keurig, like they have coffee every once in a while. No, they love coffee, but not just love coffee. They love the art behind it and they don't mind having a learning curve to a machine and then taking time to take care of it because you do have to like maintain it and you have to make sure it's clean and like it's a whole thing. Like if you know that person's gonna like love that, give them that. If you know that person's not like they love coffee but it's not that intense, it's not that deep, bro, then maybe do an espresso machine. Even though I've heard like Nespresso pods like lately have been not tasting the best. I don't know because I haven't had Nespresso pods. I used to have an espresso before I have the Breville, but I haven't bought an espresso pod in a really long time. My sister does have the smaller Breville, Nespresso machine, which I also recommend the smaller one over the larger one. So that's another tidbit for you, for any Nespresso lovers out there. And then she loves the Cuba beans. They're so good. Or the Miami beans. Sorry. No, they used to be Cuba beans, but now they're Miami beans. So the Miami beans are so, so good. I don't know if they're seasonal or not. Again, not an Nespresso girly for a hot minute. Another thing I want to share with you guys that I love is this water bottle. And I know you're like, Lisbet, why are you like showing me a water bottle? It's glass. This little tidbit up here is silicone. This is wrapped around with like also silicone. So when it lands on a table, it doesn't make any noise. It doesn't have a weird steel metal flavor. It's a little expansive, as my sister would say. So again, if you have a girly in your life that like loves water bottles, that's another great gift for her. I absolutely love mine. I'm obsessed. I've been drinking so much more water. I also need to drink more water than like the normal person, I think. Like I asked my sister, I'm like, how much water do you drink? And then she told me like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 bottles or whatever. That's not enough for me. I need to drink like 6 or 8 of these to be fine. Otherwise my body's like effed up and then I have like UTIs and whatever. Even though I think that has to do with like my PCOS diagnoses now and my inverted uterus. There's a lot to chat about in that episode if you guys want to check that one out. But anyways, I really, really like this. It's a little expensive, but it's for me personally 100% worth it. This is more of an at-home water bottle, I would say. Like it's not an on-the-go. I think they have an on-the-go one, like it's smaller, but this is more at-home because it's not going to fit in your cup holder, which is kind of annoying. But so this is my at-home water bottle and I absolutely love it. I'm also trying to cut back on like plastic because like plastic water bottles have plastic inside them. So then you eat that or you drink that and it goes into your system and then like also messes up with your system. I don't know. There's a whole study about that. Guys, like the medical space world is a really scary place to be in, especially like this past month has been, just this past year with like medical stuff for me and my family have been crazy. And let's just say insurance companies are really messing up the medical system and doctors can't be doctors anymore. Like they can't be doctoring. And what I mean by that is like, if you go to a doctor's office, they like have like 10 minutes with you max. And they have to go to the next guy and they have to go to the next guy and they have to go to the next guy. And it's like, before they can do anything on you, it has to be approved by the insurance so that they make sure that they're going to get paid. I don't know. It's like a whole thing. It's really messed up. but that's another video for another day, to be honest with you. Yesterday my sister and I went to Homestead, which if you're not from Florida, Homestead is like farm life. It's about, without traffic, well, depending on where you live in Miami, from where I live, it's like a 36-minute drive or more, like 40 something. I don't know. It's a long drive. It's like 40, 50 minutes. Okay. It's a long drive to get down there, but there's these famous like cinnamon buns. So if you ever want to come to Miami and you want to do like a little venture for some reason to Homestead, if you have time and you're between the time of like mid-November to April, go to Nosberry Farm, Knaus Berry Farm. They have the best cinnamon buns ever. Do not go on Saturday because it's going to be packed. There's always a line. Like we went yesterday and there was a line. So don't go on Saturday if you can avoid it. Sundays are closed. Go between weekdays. It's going to be so much better. You're going to have less line. We went. I haven't been there since I went with like one of my best friends from high school. And this has to be like 2018. So it's been years. It was so good. It was so fun. Like, I think I'm trying to realize that there's a life outside of my 2 days off from work. Like, I can enjoy my life. I can have a good time. I don't have to wait for someone or something to happen or like some event or whatever to like do something or make shit happen. I can just do stuff. And I think like that's so trippy for me. I'm like, oh, I can just do things like this right here. I can just record a podcast episode and talk. And, maybe 10 people or 5 or 4 or 2 or 1 will hear this, but like maybe someone resonates with it, So I'm trying to embody more of that lifestyle of everything is a choice and I have choices to make. And it's good. It's such a privilege to have choices that you're able to make and to do things and to make things happen. So I think I'm trying to just practice more of like gratitude and understanding that life is so fleeting. Like it passes by so quickly. And at the end of the day, most of the decisions that we make are not going to matter. Like there's going to be some big decisions that we have to make in our lifetimes that are going to obviously be pivotal for us. But like these small decisions, I would sometimes overthink, like it's not that big of a deal. Sometimes there's just like a life lesson that you have to learn there and then you like kind of move on. I really want to get back into my zen with like meditation and mindfulness and journaling. And I want to make it a habit, like a ritual, like something that I don't do for a little bit and then forget and then like not do again. I want to have this like structured in my life. And I think that starting that now before 2025 is going to be very pivotal. Something that I started doing last year or this year is I get ready almost every single day. Unless I'm deathly sick, which did happen. I'm getting ready, okay? I have perfected my quick makeup routine that I feel great in. I have taken care of myself. I have great products that like don't damage my skin barrier or anything like that. And I know what you're going to be saying if you look close up. Which now that I pointed it out, you're going to see it. And they're like, okay, I wasn't seeing it before, but now that you pointed it out, Lisbet, I'm seeing it. I'm having some breakouts. If you can see. They're hormonal. And the reason I'm happy about that, or like I cheered if you see the video, I like kind of smiled, is because I've been having these breakouts. I've been having horrible breakouts for the past 6 months. It's gotten better like 2 months ago. I went to a facialist, an esthetician, and she was lovely. She basically removed like a bunch of products that I have. And she was like, you're damaging your skin barrier. A part that my skin barrier, or like the reason that I was having these really bad hormonal acne is because of my hormones. My hormones are like off whack, which now that I was diagnosed with PCOS makes sense. But I have been suffering for so long. And I thought I was doing something wrong. I'm like, oh my God, it's the products I'm using. Like I would change things. I would move things around. One part was my products for certain like acne spots that I was getting on my face because I was doing too much, but my chin one and like stuff, other things that were going on like that, there's nothing I could do about that because it was my hormones and I needed to like see a professional to figure out what the heck to do with that. So now that I'm getting treatment for that, I'm more hopeful, but it is painful. I'm not going to lie. Like the girlies who struggle with acne, I feel for you. Like I thankfully haven't had really bad acne in my life until this year. And let me tell you, the mind fuck that it plays with you is redunculous. Like, what? Dude, I've been so depressed because of my acne. Like, there were days I didn't want to get ready. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want anyone to see me. I didn't want to look in a mirror. And it's not that it just like, because it's not that it's aesthetic thing. They hurt, you guys. They're painful cystic acne. Like, unless you've had it, there's no way for me to describe it to you. And it's just, it does fuck with you with how you feel about yourself. Like, there's no way for me to put that lightly. It just does. And if you're a guy watching this, like, oh, what? That's so self-centered. It's not, you guys. It's just not cool. Okay? They're not cool. They hurt. They're mean. And it's your own body doing that to you. And I'm like, why? Why? And it's the worst when you don't know why. Like, I had a feeling, I was like, guys, this is hormones. I went to different doctors. Like, no, it's not. It's just acne. I'm like, no. This is not normal. Okay? For me, this is not normal for me. So finally, like, a doctor finally listened to me. Thank God. Yes, it is hormonal, which even like now looking at it, like, they bother me now because I'm like, okay, well, there's not much I can do. I'm pretty sure it's because I'm having a PCOS flare up. So I was in extreme high stress for the past month. And I think my body's like winding down from that. And I think like the post like extreme high stress like caused me, like, I was really inflamed. I was having a lot of inflammation, just like a lot of shit going on. And I think like the post of that, like extreme high stress levels like coming down, that's where the post acne is coming from. I don't know. That's my analysis on my body. If there is something else, oi, I moved you. Sorry, I need to put on the fan as holds. If there's something that I can tell you, is that you need to like learn about your body and know how your body functions and what's normal and what's not normal. So that way you can understand different triggers and be able to better advocate for yourself with doctors. Just my thought. Formula One. That was random. It's a random, but like, I'm looking at some bracelets I have for Formula One. Guys, what a year for Formula One fans. Like, this, if you just entered to be a Formula One fan this year, you're blessed. Okay? Because last year it was boring. It was not fun. This year, it is so much fun. There's something in particular that I want to talk about. A couple of things. One, let's talk about Lando Norris. Okay, one thing about me. I'm not a Lando hater. This ain't a Lando hater channel person. I'm not. I think Lando is such a like good person. And for some reason, like, the media this year has flipped it on him that he's not, which is crazy to me, because just last year, I remember people saying, Lando deserves to be a world title, like a world champion. Like, he's so good. He's so talented. He just needs like X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. Like a better car, blah, blah, blah. That happened. He started winning. He's performed really well. Okay. He's had 1-2 bad races, or what freaking driver or person, period, at any job that they do haven't had bad days or bad weeks or bad months. They're freaking human, okay? Now, what's pissing me off is that Lando has openly discussed his struggles with mental, like, health issues. And some of the things that people feel comfortable saying about these drivers is insane to me. Like, not just Lando, like Max, Logan Sargent, even though I wasn't the biggest Logan Sargent fan, and I love Franco Carabinto. But it's like, they're humans. Do you think that they aren't seeing these things? Like, they have access to the internet. They have, like, they're on social media. They're young fucking kids. Like, they are seeing what you're putting out there. That's so mean. Especially because I can't even imagine the whole world just flipping on you. Like, they love you so much one day, and then the next day, like, you're so self-conceited, you're so blah, 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 arrogant, I don't know. And I'm like, you don't even know him in real life. Like, you don't even know what he's going through for you to be so vocal and to say such hurtful things about someone. I can't even imagine that. Like, And it's something that you also wouldn't say in person. Like if Linda was standing right in front of you, you wouldn't say that. You know what I mean? I'm also glad that Max has had a tough year. I'm like, Max, welcome to the team, bro. This is where we've all been, okay? Not to say like I think Max is a great driver, but I'm like, I'm glad that you have to like it was challenging for you to get, if you end up winning the world title, I'm glad it was challenging. I'm glad it wasn't just handed to you. Like it was fun to watch you suffer. You know, like I don't hate now when the national Dutch anthem starts to play. I don't hate now when you get pulled. Like I'm like, okay, you know what? You deserved it. You're struggling. You're having a tough year, man. Like good for you. You know, so I'm glad it was a little tougher this year for you. I'm glad. Okay, I think it was like well deserved. I think like you're gonna enjoy, like if there's all the trophies you have, maybe this is like one of them that is like, and you're like, fuck, okay, this one felt good. I'm proud. And also some of the rules that Red Bull has put on Max this year is like absolutely ridiculous to me. And the FIA, like I'm so glad George made his little post and he's like, they're regulating. They're like, first of all, watch your tone with us. You watch your tone with us, okay? Because honestly, without Formula One drivers, who would even watch Formula One? So FIA, get off your high horse. There's so much happening behind the scenes of that. That's crazy to me too. After like George posted that, so I'm like, and out. Franco, I love Franco. I love Franco. He's so good. Franco's so funny. Like I just love that Franco is like not your typical Formula One driver. He's just like a regular guy having the time of his life, and he's so Latino about it, which I love. And I know we have Sergio Perez and Carlos Sainz. I love Carlos. Oh, I love Carlos. I am so like I'm so happy that I have Lewis in Ferrari. But I'm really sad because I genuinely don't know if Lewis and Charles is going to be a good match. I don't think so. I love Carlos and Charles. And I hate that Ferrari did that to Carlos because Carlos is so talented. This man is like so gifted. I just hope he gets like to be part of like a top performing team again. I'm sad Franco's going to go like if Williams is whatever. Another one is Alex. Like, it's just like these drivers, they go through so much. Like one day you're at the top, the next day you're at the bottom. I'm like, I can't keep up. Like I feel bad for you guys. God, I feel like they need a winter break more than ever now because this year has been such a hurdle for them. She says. But overall, I think it's going to be an interesting end of the year for Formula One. I think it's going to be an interesting year next year. Let's see how the lineups that they pair together go. Honestly, I remember his name right now. Jesus. Guys, the guy from Aston Martin, that I'm like, why are you here? Because your daddy's money. Sorry, it's not to be a hater against him. But dude, if that was any other driver, you would have been off of a seat last year. I forgot his name right now. Jesus, but you guys know who I'm talking about if you're a Formula One fan. Moving along. Anyway, I'm just upset because I'm like, there's drivers that generally deserve a seat in Formula One. And the only reason you have that seat is because your dad owns the team. Okay? Not to say he's a horrible driver, but like compared to the light, like you're not performing at the top tier of like the best drivers in the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thought. Raúl Alejandro's album came out today. Cosa Nuestra. I haven't heard it. I need to hear it. I need to sit down and I need to like digest it. He has a song with Bad Bunny. He has a song with Laura Pausini coming out. Like it's in there. I love Raúl Alejandro. Like I need to figure out when the tour dates come out because I need to go to his concert. This year I went to the Don Omar concert with my sister and it was one of the best concerts I've been to. One of the best concerts. It was so much fun. It's like a big party. If you have the opportunity to see Don Omar like live, if you're a Don Omar fan, you need to see them live. Like going to that concert made me realize I need to go to more concerts. But I also wish that concerts were less expensive. Like I hate Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster, go. You finish the rest of that sentence. They make it so expensive. I hate how expensive life has become to do anything. Like even to go get some lunch, it's expensive. And it sucks. Like, yeah, you can do stuff for free. I know. But it's like, I don't know. Like, my mom and I went to Publix the other day. And we got, like, a good amount of groceries. It was, like, $140. I was like, oh, it's not that expensive. But, guys, $140 before, like, that was, like, filling out your entire cart. And I know what my Florine's going to say. Publix is expensive. It is expensive, but I'm trying to also like be more mindful of like what I'm eating and what I'm putting into my body. Like, guys, we need, like, if there's one thing I can tell you to start on is to understand the foods that you're eating. I know it sounds crazy, but the foods that you're eating are really affecting your body. And I notice this every time I go to Europe. I feel so much better. I have more energy. I have less digestive issues going on when I go to Europe. And it's because they regulate their foods so much more heavily here. Like if you guys are having soda every day and like high amount of processed foods, that's going to come back to bite us. Okay. So I've cut back on so many of those things, on being more aware, more mindful, more demure about the things that I consume. Okay. Another thing that I'm trying to do is just like show up and be more myself. Like even in this episode, like this is just like literally my thoughts. This is me on a daily basis. I asked Mr. today, I'm like, do you have internal thoughts with your mind? She goes, no, what do you mean? I'm like, you mean to tell me you don't have thoughts with your mind? Like you're not wake up and you're like, I need to do the laundry, and then I need to, but oh my God, my nails are so bad, my hair is so dirty, I need to do my hair, and I should do my hair today, should do my hair. Like you don't have those thoughts? Like, no, Lisbet, I don't have those thoughts. I'm like, really? You don't talk with yourself? That's crazy. So having more of these like genuine interactions and showing up more as my genuine self, while it's hard for me and scary, and something like I'm working on and I've been working through in therapy, I want other people like me who haven't found people like me or like them to see themselves in me. Like I just want to be your big BFF, you know? So can I have an honest moment between you and I? I downloaded Bumble a couple months ago. Honestly, maybe 2, 3. And I forgot I downloaded Bumble. I've had it on my phone, sitting on my phone. I opened it up the other day. I'm like, oh, I had Bumble. But I think I'm okay. Like I was like so ready this summer. I was like, I'm going to dive into the dating world. And I was like, oh, no. I'm okay. I really am okay. I don't know. I'm like, when it's meant to happen, it's going to happen type of thing. Like, I'm just going to let the universe do its universe thing, you know? I'm not going to try and force something with someone. I'm just going to work on myself, live my best life, be happy. And when the time is right, things will fucking happen, you know? And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with living that life. I don't want to force things. And I really just want to be happy. And like, I feel like I'm in this high energy, high vibes, really good place emotionally, spiritually. Like the universe is going to reward me, you know? And there's so many things I want to work on. There's so many projects I want to do. There's so many things I want to accomplish that like, I'm not saying that I can't do that with someone beside me, but it's like, I can't spend time on this dating app, on going on dates. Like that's a full-time job. And I don't know. So I'm just going to live my life, do what I do, and keep going from there. There's just so much I want to do, and I just don't feel like I have enough time to do it. I want to wake up every day and be excited to do the work that I do. Like okay, Amelia, I forgot her last name right now, or her social media handles. Lana, I can't remember right now, but I love Amelia. She honestly, in the last, like, I want to say couple of months, really, 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 really has become one of my favorite creators because she's so authentic and genuine, and has made me fall in love with the art of creating again. I'm sorry, this is the best part. I have to get it. Don't judge me. She's so herself. And that's all I want to do. Just be myself. Like, if you see me in public, if you see me here, if you see me in public, I swear this is the same. Like, we're going to have random not weird, but like random conversations. What you see is what you get type of thing, you know? So this is what I'm planning. Vlogs, YouTube. That's gonna be like my vlog style, long form content. Sit down videos, sit down conversations, topics like that. Like I think I'm gonna do that on the podcast. I don't know why. I just love the idea of like having that in a podcast form and not a video form. Because I feel like the world of YouTube has changed so much. And I enjoy the idea of like having these sit down, like more tough conversations, I guess you could say, more in like a podcast form. I also love holding a microphone. And look at my keyboards. Thank you guys. Side note, before I continue that thought, I've embraced more of myself. Can you tell? From my microphone to my water bottle to the clothes I wear, I've just embodied the girly in me that I am, and I love it for her. I love this. I'm so happy. I've accomplished so many things this year that like I wanted to do, that I know I had it like in list of mine in the past, and I just like had this moment where I had to sit down. I was like reflect on that for a second. I was like, holy shit, like I did all these things, and sometimes I forget because you're just going and going and going and going. And you're just like, okay, I need to get to the next thing. I need to get to the next thing. That you don't take a moment to like appreciate, like, okay, but look how far you've come. So long form content here is more daily get readies with me, makeup chats. That's going to be like shorts or TikTok videos. I know that YouTube was supposed to roll out like a 5-minute feature for shorts. I don't have that yet. Where is it? YouTube. Once that gets rolled into shorts, like I think I want to incorporate more of like that shortsness to it. But I think that's the vibe I'm going for so far right now. And then just like enjoy the shit that I do. Like I genuinely right now don't care about the numbers that it puts out. As long as people enjoy it, and as long as I'm building a community, and as long as like I'm having an interaction with people, like I'm so happy. Like there's just one guy, which I don't know your handle name, or like I can't remember because it's kind of long, but I know your picture is like an anime character thing picture. And thank you so much for commenting and for being so supportive. Like I love, that's all I want. I just want to help people. I just want people who are like me for us to find each other. I saw the One Direction documentary. And that's all I want to embody. These boys, like they were just boys and they were living their lives, and this is who they are, and what you see is what you get. And you can tell that they just continued doing that because Harry is the same Harry we knew when he first started out. Same for all of the other boys. And maybe they've just matured and grown up a bit, as we all do. Hello, obviously. But it's like the core essence of them hasn't changed, and that's what I want to strive to be. So I hope you enjoy my content and you stick around and see me mature and see me grow and see me evolve as well, because that's definitely going to happen. So I'm excited. I'm feeling more like myself than ever before. And I'm excited to show that to humans outside of like my immediate family. All right. This was a fun episode. I really like this one. This was such an ADHD friendly episode. So if you have ADHD, I think you're going to enjoy this, because I was literally, this isn't my ADHD brain. Like there's no script. There's nothing, you guys. Okay. Thank you for finishing your coffee with me. I hope you have a lovely day, a lovely morning, a lovely evening, a lovely night. Let me know if there's anything particularly you want to chat about. Let me know if there's anything particularly you want to talk about. Like I'm so just an open book, honestly, about pretty much everything. Obviously, I think there's things that need to be kept personal and private, but I'm excited for us to all just to get each other know. Like right now we're dating. We're in the dating stage, okay? We're sitting down. We're having nice dinners, walks in the park, before you end up like maybe saying, okay, I see this going somewhere. And then we like, became official. And then we become boyfriend and girlfriend. And then we're like fiancés. And then we get married. And you put a ring on it and you're like, yep, I'm going to see your content for the next 10 years. So we're in the dating stage. Enjoy. The dating stage is fun. All right. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. I have no idea what it's going to be about. Okay. This was fun. Adios. Bye bye. See you later.